Hey guys, Christos here, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be my portfolio update for the month of October 2021. Now, I do this every single month where I basically just detail all the different holdings that I have in my account and some of the stocks that I've bought over the past month. This is going to include the different ETFs that I invest into, the different individual stocks and also cryptocurrencies, because I've actually added a few new cryptocurrencies since my last portfolio update. Now, one thing that I'll also be doing is doing another giveaway in this video, and I'll be talking through the details on how you can win that later on in the video, so stick around for that. But having said all that, there's not really much else to say other than hit a like on this video if you're looking forward to it, and let's just jump straight into it. Alright, so let's kick things off with my stocks and shares ISA that I hold within Hargreaves Lansdown. Now, what I basically hold in here is my ETFs and then my really long-term stock plays that I literally do not plan on selling for a very long time. Now, if I was to invest in a long-term dividend stock, that would also make its way into this account. The stocks and shares ISA just gives me tax-free capital gains and tax-free dividend income, so it makes sense to keep my longer term plays inside this account. Now, starting things off, we'll go from the highest value to the lowest. I've made a couple of new additions into this portfolio. Let's start off with the VUSA, which tracks the S&P 500. This month I have added £1,000 worth of shares into this account, and my shares now sit at 206 shares in terms of total for this ETF, and it's not exactly been the greatest month for this ETF. If we just take a look at the month chart, it's been very choppy. Obviously, we've seen inflation fears come up. We've had the US debt ceiling kind of date now being extended, so that had a little bit of an effect on the S&P 500 as a whole, and it's just been a little bit of a rocky month for September, like most Septembers are in the stock market. Just taking a look at historical years, it's just not been the best month. But once again, I have added to this ETF at a lower price. I actually managed to get in on it back again when it was below £60, so that was really good to get some more shares at a cheaper price, but not really seen too many gains in terms of the last month. One thing that I always mention in all my videos, these blue numbers here, do not pay attention to them. I basically updated this account or reopened this account earlier on this year. This isn't my total gains. It's basically my total gains since, I want to say, April of this year. So do not pay attention to those. But yeah, that is VUSA. It's obviously my largest holding. It's one that I'm always really happy about. I'm always going to keep investing into the S&P 500 as long as I am an investor. Now, moving down to the VMID, which tracks the FTSE 250, which, if you didn't know, is companies number 101 to 350 on the London Stock Exchange. I haven't added anything to this month, added anything to this account, sorry, or this share, but it has once again had another rocky month. Just taking a look at this chart here, to buy this stock, it was £37 roughly about a month ago, but now it's actually sitting at £34.81. And just taking a look at this chart here, I'm actually starting to get tempted to potentially put another £1,000 into this ETF this month. Maybe I'll prioritize this one over the S&P 500 because there's some good value there just to get in at this stock at a lower price. Now, yeah, there's not really much else to say on these two ETFs, apart from I did receive some dividend incomes from both of these this month. If I was just to go to my income history, I'll have to blank out some of these other things, but basically, as you can see on this one, I received £64.94 from my FTSE 250 one, and I received £35.59 from my S&P 500 one. So that's actually quite interesting, because if we actually look here, the holdings are higher in my VUSA than my VMID. However, I do receive a higher dividend income from my FTSE 250 ETF. So that's just an interesting thing to point out. Now, moving down to Apple, I actually made an investment into Apple stock this month. The first one that I've actually made in about 2 years. This is because the stock price once again dropped quite significantly. There's been a little bit of a sell-off in Apple stock this month, and I just saw the opportunity to invest some money into it. So what I managed to do was pick up, if I just go back to my details, I picked up up 10 shares in this stock. So previous portfolio updates, I had 55. I've now got 65 shares in Apple. And that's simply, like I said, in the last month, it's been very, very choppy. If we actually look at the 3-month chart, it was roughly just over $155. And then it traded all the way down to 139, which is when I bought my shares in the company. So once again, just like Apple, just like all of the stocks on here, these are all companies I'm holding for the next 15, 20, and maybe even longer than that amount of years. And I have absolutely no issues when they go down. It's just a great opportunity just to buy some more. So Apple stock currently sitting at £6,822, but hopefully if that stock price pushes up towards the end of the year, that should increase significantly because I managed to pick up some more stocks at a much lower price. Now, moving down to Facebook now, if you didn't already know, Facebook has had, once again, a really, really choppy month. We had the whistleblower incident come out and that crashed the price pretty significantly. If we look at the 3-month chart here, as you can see, Facebook stock was up to almost, well, just over $380. And in the last 3 months, it's just crashed all the way down to about $325 per share, which has obviously affected my portfolio quite a lot because I hold 10 shares in Facebook. So that's at least $500 knocked off my portfolio in the last 3 months. Once again, absolutely not concerned about this as well. I did have the opportunity to buy the dip on this, and I still do have the opportunity to buy the dip on this, but I'm unfortunately not sat here with an unlimited pot of money, and I've just decided to prioritize elsewhere. But maybe Facebook is going to be a candidate for that, because once again, I do believe in the Facebook company, and I do believe that all of these little short-term happenings is going to be nothing in terms of what it's going to do in the long term. So that's Facebook. It's been a very rough month, and like I probably guess you're working out right now, it's not been the greatest month for my general portfolio so far. I think in the last update, I was on a value in my ISA account of about 30,500. I've literally added about 2,500 to this account, and we haven't really seen too many gains. I've actually seen a little bit of a loss there, but like I said, in the future updates, hopefully we're going to see a nice gain. Now, just finishing up with Coca-Cola, just sitting at 2,032. This is a very boring stock for me. Just haven't had the opportunity to buy any more of this company. It's not really doing too much over the last kind of month or so. Yes, it's dipped, but most of the S&P 500 companies have dipped, but nothing too kind of major there. I did receive a dividend income from Coca-Cola as well, of about £12, I believe. Nothing major or anything like that, but once again, probably am not planning on adding to this company in the near future. There's just so much value elsewhere at the moment. But realistically, that is what I'm sitting at in terms of my stocks and shares ISA. I do have £200 in cash that I do need to reinvest in terms of dividends that I've received. Currently sitting at a value of £30,949.19. Now, like I mentioned, it's not been the greatest month for this portfolio, but one thing that I like to do is always upload these videos, no matter how I'm doing, whether I'm doing really good and have seen some really nice gains, or maybe like this month where we haven't seen the best of months. I always like to be fully transparent with you guys, and this month hasn't been the greatest month. So yeah, there's nothing really much else to say on that apart from that's the stocks and shares portfolio ISA. I'm sure it will go up more in the future. Let's now move on to my Trading 212 account where I'll share with you my individual stocks. Okay, so Trading 212 and my individual stock plays. Now, this is where I have been a little bit more active over the past month, simply because there's been some better opportunities in here. As you can see from the total up here, my return for this entire account is only plus £14.47. I think in the last update I was like £400 up, which was like I want to say 15 to 18%, I believe. I'll have to throw the figure up on the screen. It's probably way out what I just said there, but yeah, this is where I've been active this month, simply because once again, like I said, we haven't seen the best months in the market in terms of the stocks that I hold, but once again, it's a really good opportunity to get in at a cheaper price. Now, let's start off with Coinbase. Now, this has been a bit of a rocky month for me in terms of Coinbase. We had the SEC threatening to ban one of Coinbase's, or threatening to sue Coinbase in terms of their lending service. As you can see in the last month, it started trending downwards. It had actually been trending downwards over the last kind of 2 months, I want to say, from $278 all the way down to $223. I managed to buy some stocks on the dip. I've managed to increase my position now to 6 shares, which is okay. Obviously, I would like more, but Coinbase stock is quite expensive. I know you can buy fractional shares on Trading 212, but I always like to have whole numbers. It's just something that I like to have. Obviously, if you wanted to buy fractionals, you can go ahead and do that. But nonetheless, we are now starting to see Coinbase in the green. This is mainly because crypto is doing really well at the moment, and Coinbase normally follows from that. If you wanted to check out a video that I did make on Coinbase on why it's going up so much recently, I'll pop a link in the description down below so you can go and check that video out. But Coinbase starting to see the positive side from this now, and hopefully that can continue in the near future. Now, Corsair Gaming. Now, this is one that I'm planning on actually buying today, simply because I said, I actually made a video once again why I think Corsair stock will 2x in the next 12 months, and I actually laid out in that video my strategy for buying that stock, and I said that if it was to go down below my average buying price, I was going to buy more of this company, and it has done that right now. So I'm ready to I'm going to invest about £1,000 into this company today. Not too sure how many stocks that's actually going to get me, but we're currently on 96 shares, current value of £1,800 roughly. It's down £54. It was one of my best performers in this portfolio, but recently it's just been getting crushed. If we take a look at the month chart here, it was up at about $30. It's now all the way down to $25 a share, and when you've got 100 shares roughly in this company, that's about $500. So not doing too well in the last month. As you can see, 12% down in the last month, but once again, really good buying opportunity in this company. I talk about that in the video, why I think this is probably one of my highest conviction stocks that I'm going to actually have over the next year. I am so bullish on this company, more than any other company, apart from kind of my Apples and my Facebooks. But this one right here, I just cannot see why the stock price on this just keeps going down. But I'm happy with it. I'm going to be able to get into this company at a lower price, and I just know that this one is going to go up loads in the future. Now, that one's Corsair Gaming. Let's now move on to a very similar company, not in the same sector, but very much a growth stock for me, and that is Tattoo Chef. Now, I'm actually doing okay in this one. If you were to look at the other months that I did my updates on this, I was doing much better. But this one's just so up and down. As you can see, let's take a look at the 3-month chart here. It's been down to $16. It then literally within a week or so went all the way up to $23, and now it's trending all the way down to $18. And it does this pretty much throughout the entire year. Now, some people would say, go ahead and trade this stock. Now, trading isn't for me. I am investing into this company because I believe that it does have some really good growth plans for the future. I believe it's just announced that it's going to be making its way into public stores, which is going to be a massive opportunity for them in terms of growth, because it's already got Kroger, it's already got Walmart, Sam's Club, I believe, Costco as well. It's even in Costco in the UK, which is quite promising. And now it's got Publix as well. So it's taking over all of the supermarkets in America, which is only going to lead to better growth for this company. But yeah, I hope in the future this one will actually start to see the light and people start to pick up this stock. But like I said, I'm not in the red for it, but I was like £400 up on this stock literally like a month or two ago. Moving down to Walmart. Walmart's very much one like me that's a little bit like Coca-Cola at the minute. It's very much a value play that I plan on holding for a very long time. But I just can't see too much value in this company at the moment with the other opportunities that are out in the stock market. So I just haven't had the chance really to add too many shares to it. It's up a total of £6.90, and it does give me a dividend of around £10 a quarter at the moment. Nothing to be screaming about. But once again, this is a bit of a dead stock for me. I may even sell this stock over the next coming months, because I could probably allocate that £717 that I have at the moment into better assets. But once again, it's a very safe stock. It's a stock that is going to do very well if we ever do enter another recession. And it's just one that I'm just holding at the moment and I haven't really thought about in the last couple of months. So we'll move on quickly from there. This actually goes down to Disney. Now, this is a company, once again, a little bit like Corsair Gaming. Now, if you were to look at the valuation of this company, it actually says that it's got a PE ratio of like £299. A lot of this is because their earnings have dropped massively over the pandemic and all of that stuff. But Disney has still got so much growing to do, in my personal opinion. Mainly a lot of that is going to come from the launch of Disney Plus that happened a couple of years back. Actually, one thing about Disney Plus, I did read an article the other day that top analysts are now predicting that Disney Plus will take over Netflix by 2025. So the fact that they have Disney Plus, I believe, is a company within its own kind of thing. But once again, this is a company that I have been adding to this month. I really want to try and get my shares of Disney up to about 25 by the next update. Whether I can do that, we will see. But yeah, this one's down a little bit at the moment, but I've got no worries about this company. Disney's not going anywhere. Disney Plus is only going to keep growing. And like I said, if it can take over Netflix in the next couple of years, then I can see this stock price going absolutely insane. But realistically, that is my trading 212 portfolio. Like I said, I'm just in the green. I've got a mix of reds and greens here, but I think all of these stocks right now I'm buying at the lowest price I think they'll possibly be. So hopefully in the next update we'll definitely see a much higher green number on this portfolio. So we'll see about that. All right, so let's quickly talk about the giveaway that I'm going to be doing in this video. Now, in my last portfolio update, I celebrated my 30th birthday by giving away £30, £1 for every year I've been on this earth, and it went down really well, so I wanted to do something similar in this video. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is giving away a £40 Amazon gift card voucher. The criteria for this one is going to be very similar to the last one. Basically, all I need you guys to do is, number one, subscribe to this channel, but turn the notification bell on as well so you are alerted when I post. This is because I'm actually going to be announcing the winner on the community feed in 1 week's time, and basically what I do is give you 48 hours to be able to claim the prize. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to somebody else. And then the second thing that I need you to do is leave me a comment, just like in the last video, with your favorite stock that you've seen in this portfolio. So it could be Apple stock, it could be Corsair, it could be one of the ETFs, or it could be one of the cryptocurrencies that I'm going to talk about in just a second. Just let me know which one is your favorite, and maybe you can say why as well in the comment section down below, and that will automatically enter you into the giveaway. So that is the competition. Let's now get into crypto. All right, so this is my crypto portfolio with Coinbase. As you can see, we've had a pretty good month in the last month. We've gone from a low of £2,442 all the way up to a high which we hit about yesterday or a couple of days ago of £3,700 in value. And I have bought some cryptocurrencies this month. So let's get into that. Now, starting off with Ethereum, I have added to my ETH pot this month. I was on a current value of 1.1 ETH in terms of how much ETH I hold, and the value of that is currently sitting at £3,317. I simply just bought the dip. I believe it's when China announced that they were banning cryptocurrencies, all of the cryptocurrencies dropped, and I just saw an opportunity to pick that up at about 2,900, I want to say, but I have to just double check that. But it was around $3,000 that I picked Ethereum up, and I just added to the pot there. So the next crypto I invested into this month, I haven't done too much at the moment, and I do plan on kind of dollar cost averaging into this one over the long term. It's going to be Cardano. I bought 90 Cardano, or ADA if you want to call it, and it's not really done that great over the last month. I believe I invested a total of 150 in. If I take a look at the month chart, as you can see, it's not performed the best, but once again, this is one that I'm actually going to be serious about. This is a cryptocurrency that I've done a lot of research into. Once again, made a video on my channel all about it, detailing exactly what it is, what it does, and my plan for investing into it. But yeah, I've made my initial investment into it. Like I said, with cryptos, I don't go nowhere near as much as what I do with stocks and things like that, but I am going to be building this on this one in the future. As you can see, it's down 20% roughly in the last month, so maybe here, once again, good opportunity to buy into Cardano. Cardano. Now, the most recent one is a little bit of a fun one. As you can see, it's going to be Shiba Inu. Just released a video on it, and it's actually doing quite well. I invested £100 into it literally 2 days ago, and it's up to £108 at the moment. I think it's seen a little bit of a pump in the last couple of days. If we take a look at the week chart, yeah, it's gone up around 121% in the last week. I believe I invested into it around here, so it's gone up about 20% since my investment. But this is just a completely fun one. Who knows if it's going to the moon or not. Once again, made another video on this one talking all about it. It's very much a hype and meme stock at the moment, completely speculative, and as you can see, it represents about 0.24% of my entire portfolio. So this isn't something that I'm really getting passionate about or anything like that. I just wanted to put £100 in, see what happens, and maybe document it along the way as well. But that is simply my crypto portfolio. I've actually seen some activity from my part in this. I'm actually starting to add more money into it, which is really good, because this is something that I've just let sit there whilst I've been building up my various positions in other companies. But now I'm very much active on the crypto scene again, and hopefully we can see some nice gains on this portfolio. All right, so that's a current breakdown of all the different positions that I'm currently invested into at the moment. If you wanted a total value of my stocks and crypto portfolio, it's currently sitting at £42,753.39, which I'm very happy about because we are progressing in terms of value. But one thing I do have to mention is that since my last video, I believe it was a value of around 38,000, I have added around kind of the amount that I'm currently sitting on right now, and I haven't really seen it from a gains point of view. But the good thing is I have been buying a lot of companies at a cheaper price. So hopefully this can all kind of compound in the next couple of videos and you can really see a big difference there. But that is my stock portfolio. I hope you found it interesting. Once again, like I said, make sure you're subscribed and you enter that giveaway so you can win a chance of winning a £40 Amazon gift card voucher. But having said all that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.